Hi and welcome to lesson number 2. In lesson number 2 we're gonna be talking about the installation of Semantic UI, which is a framework which is going to be used as a framework for our UI. It's a great framework. It's been newer than Bootstrap. It has a lot of good features, and I'm going to show you why it's great. So let's go to semanticui.com, and first of all, it says that Semantic is built based on the same ideology as BEM or SMAX. So what Semantic is basically using this semantic ideology and making our life way easier. Some cool examples here. You can play around and see what you can make out of it. We're gonna be also using jQuery for implementing some cool features of the Semantic UI. So let's go to Semantic UI Get Started page, which will tell you everything you need to know about installing Semantic. What we're going to be using in this case is again Node.js. What's useful here is this video which shows you how to go through installing Semantic, and with choosing the options it will give you during the installation. Okay, so let's go ahead. There's some useful commands here for installing Semantic. Let's jump into our command line, and in our folder of the project, let's install Semantic. So npm install Semantic UI. Alright, so we have arrived at a screen with installation options. What we're going to do is go with an automatic option. So it detected that we're using npm, and this is our project folder. That's correct. If you're not doing a project folder, you can also specify a folder, but we're going to stay with the default. So another option is where to install Semantic CSS and JavaScript, and where it should go. We're gonna choose the root folder / Semantic folder, which is a default. And here we are. Right, so in order to confirm that Semantic was installed, let's go and see what's in our folder, project folder. And we can see that there's a folder called Semantic, and it has the source folder, which is where our Semantic lives, and has the task folder. That's for the gulp tasks. What's important here is that Semantic has its own themes, so you can use pre-installed themes. Not all of them are actually fully functional themes. Some of them are just partially functional, so you can implement the coloring schemes for only certain components. But definitely there's a default, which is our a default theme, and that's where all the components have been skinned. So let's look into how we can now work with Semantic. So Semantic comes with gulp, and gulp helps you to build a theme you've been working on and deploy this theme into a distribution folder, and that's where the CSS will reside, and that's where we're going to be taking our CSS from for all the Semantic components. So let's go to Semantic folder. Let's build the first version of our semantic theme. So let's actually deploy this. By deploying, I mean go build, which will build all the components and deploy into distribution folder called dist.